And here we are, and I'm going to hit record because I know how to do that. And there we go. Everybody wave hello. We are waiting for all of the streams to start. Oh, we are streaming. Let's do this. Okay.
That was quick.
I know. It's getting better.
Where does yesterday's future, which is
future.
already here,
We don't
meet
dance on this
today's
one, Bob.
future, which is about to happen, and tomorrow's future, which could be just minutes away? Welcome to Technology Revolution, the future of now, where host Bonnie D. Graham asks savvy futurists for their predictions about the tech-driven trends that are shaping our future right now. Here's your host, who will take us into the future of now, Bonnie D. Graham.
Thank you very much to the voice of Ryan Treasure. We're going to lower that volume, and here we are on Technology Revolution. I put my hand up as Zoom moves me around the panel here. Here we go. I'm right in the middle where I want to be. This is a special show for several reasons. Number one, don't tell anybody else, but I have 5 of my very favorite people in the whole world on the show with me today. And number two, they don't mind when I ask them for their favorite apps on a specific, oh, Bob Hart, thank you very much, specific apps. And we're going to talk about how AI, it's all positive here, no doom and gloom, no bad stuff. We're not going to all get, pushed down on the side and got rid of all because of, anyway, I'm rambling. But we're talking about it's almost Thanksgiving. It's a week before Thanksgiving in the US. I don't know what you're all doing in Canada, Eric, and other people, but we're going to talk about how AI is positioned through all kinds of apps. There must be thousands of them. And Amadeus, I'm going to make a fun segue on one of your apps you sent me because I think it's going to be fun. Apps you can use for holiday, for the planning. Do you want to shop? Do you want to do gifts? Do you want to maybe do something DIY, do it yourself, do it DIY. Do you want to plan a meal? Do you want to travel? Do you want to know how to decorate? Well, there's probably an app for that. So my wonderful esteemed 5 futurists are going to help us with all of that. But of course, I want to start us off with, yes, we're all streaming. I want to start us off with some lyrics, 2 rhyming intros, rhyming bios. I have pulled out the last time you were each on the show, and I think you will like these. And there'll be some things that some of you haven't heard or don't know about each other. So when I call your name, just wave. Here we go. Welcome to Technology Revolution, the future of now, where AI meets the holidays. We're going to show you how. With Bonnie D hosting on her Scarlett Mic Bright, guiding our roundtable from tech to delight. Remember, keep it delightful. From gifting to travel to meals full of cheer. Bob, I don't know what's in the bottle, but the cheer's in the meal, so it's a happy meal, okay? We'll peek at new tools to make joy appear. Which ones will you love or delete at first sight? Say, bah, humbug, or brilliant, or maybe not quite. Mary Nunaley wave hello, and Sherry Meyer brings spark and a twist. Amadeus Nunaley adds magic to the list. Dr. Bob Ficken and Eric Myers share fresh apps too, unwrapping the gifts of what AI can do. So stick around with us, tune in and stream. It's festive and new, where holidays meet AI. From Bonnie D and friends to you. Thank you, Sherry. Now I'll do your intros. Here we go. And listen up because you're going to learn something about each other because you weren't all on these shows together. So Mary, you're up first. From Chicago's alleys, where mud earned her nickname, Mary chased dreams through sports and flame. She rose through the ranks in food service flair. From fries to fine dining, she managed with care. Now Mary crafts learning magic that makes its mark at Lavender Dragon with passion and with spark, with heart, with humor and wisdom hard won. Mary builds bold futures alongside her son. We got a little peek there at Amadeus. Okay, Mary, all good? Yes? Good. Thumbs up. I've got my notes in front of you, so I have to peek here. Okay. Now let's go to Sherry. Sherry learned resilience from stories of the past, from Pennsylvania roots where strong values were cast. The youngest of 5, with a heart shining bright, she grew up wrapped in kindness, connection, and light. Through finance, through retail, Sherry carved her own way until HR and tech lit her path day by day. With SAP mastery and courage earned true, Sherry inspires every room with inspiration anew. Sherry, what'd you think?
Love it.
Oh,
I
I'm
want a
glad.
copy.
I'm glad. I made a couple of changes to yours. Amadeus is with us from college burnout to creative spark. Amadeus found his learning arc with gaming roots and D&D flair. He builds those journeys with strategic care. An ATD pro at Lavender Dragon with a playful mind, he delivers what school curricula often left behind. Now his clients level up thanks to his quest, where fun meets function and learning is at its best. Amadeus? He likes that. Good. Dr. Bob Ficken is with us. Dr. Bob once walked the lawman's beat. Now he sparks minds where classrooms meet. From deputy sheriff's badge to PhD acclaim, Bob blends ethics and learning in AI's name. He flipped companies' AI bans to green light code, guiding change directly down innovation's road. With his justice roots and tech-savvy might, Professor Ficken helps the future learn right. Okay, Bob, good. And Eric Myers is with us. From finance floors to lecture stage light, Eric shows students how businesses take flight. With media savvy and teaching finesse, he earned his generation's trust with success. A futurist voice from a vibrant new zone, Eric shows young minds they're not alone. He is our Gen Z futurist with knowledge wide, with insight and passion in his every stride. Eric, all good?
Beautiful as always, Bonnie. You left me speechless.
Okay, good. Then stop talking. I'm teasing. With Bonnie D and her savvy futurist, the fun begins as we explore AI's holiday app. We hope some are wins. Another year's trove of AI's wonders unfold here on Technology Revolution's airwaves. Join us and behold. So, what'd you all think? Do I get a little bit of applause for that opening?
Nice.
I'm glad.
Those were wonderful, and I did learn something new about each of you.
Yeah, you're gonna don't call Mary Mudd though. She probably won't like that.
She
Oh no,
might.
I still like it.
Oh,
I still live
you?
up to it.
Okay.
All right, class, there'll be a quiz after the show.
There will be a quiz after the show. Thank you very much. I have to say, I'm truly delighted that you all accepted this invitation because I haven't done one of these potpourri shows in a long time, and they're just always so much fun. So we're not going to do the fictional opening quotes, and we're not going to do predictions. We're going to talk about what's available right now. So, Mary, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you take us through your three apps? Do you want to screen share? Do you want to show them?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And I actually have a fourth app I want to slide in.
I'd be very happy to do that. So I've turned off the audio share, and let's see. Why don't you go ahead and see if you can get the video share back? There you go.
All right. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So app number one. As my family knows, they're just as likely to get a gift that has either been wrapped by somebody else or in the plastic bag that came from whatever store I bought it at, because gift wrapping is not my thing. So lo and behold, there is a gift wrap genius bot that will give you ideas for wrapping. So we're just going to go with one of the default ones. And, yes, I am human. Can you suggest a unique way to wrap a holiday gift? So how about creating a puzzle gift wrap? It's an interactive and fun way to make the gift giving experience. So you wrap the gift, then you make puzzle pieces, then you add a twist, and you end with a surprise. And so I just thought this was the coolest thing because I'm horrible when it comes to wrapping gifts. And Amadeus and I kind of share that same genetic makeup of it's like, hey, put some paper on, slap some scotch tape, and it's good. You'll know, it's the thought that counts, not the wrapping paper. So gift wrap genius from Yes Chat. That's one of my first ones. All right, so that one's going to go away. Now, this one here is the thing that I just found. And as you know, when I've been on Bonnie shows, I really love Google Labs because they're always coming out with cool new things. So this particular one is Pomeli. If you haven't heard of it, you type in your website. It will analyze your website for you, come up with your brand DNA, and then create little like stories or Instagram story campaigns for you that you can use. And then you can also click the little button that says, generate a CTA, and it'll give you what to put in the little button on the bottom of it. So that's my bonus. All right. This one. Because in the US, Thanksgiving is coming up.
Yep.
And because I have a background in food, it's always about food. This is really cool, though. It's another experiment from Google Arts and Culture. When you launch the experiment, you may have heard of fusion cuisine where restaurants combine like, Italian and Greek or whatever. Well, here you can say, I want to combine these ingredients and say what kind of mood, what kind of food. So here we're combining New Caledonia with Latvia, two cuisines I never would have considered in a dessert. And it gives you the instructions,
Oh,
or the
go back up to
ingredients.
the name of the recipe, Mary. I want to see that
Oh, coconut honey
Okay.
dumplings with
Oh,
tropical coulis.
okay. Who
Ooh,
wants some? Everybody raise your hand. I want
yes,
some. Sherry,
yes.
good, good. Bob,
Now,
Eric. Okay, go ahead.
there is a caveat on the site that because this is AI and experimental, that the recipes may need a little tweaking on your part, but for the most part, they've turned out to be pretty realistic. Many, many years ago, when we participated in a scavenger hunt called Gish, greatest internet scavenger hunt the world has ever seen, that is since defunct. This was in the early days of AI, and we had to recreate a recipe from AI, and it was insane. We've got video of it where it's just like, okay, now pour the oil, and it doesn't say how much or where to pour it. And so, we're pouring the oil on the floor, and Amadeus' friend Joe was helping us, and it was just insane. So this recipe has come a long way from there. There is a button where you can share the recipe. Let you discover the ingredients. If we want to come back because it went right to like, let's cook, I can come over here and say, okay, I want to make a starter
Okay.
for
Huh?
6 people.
Oh, good. We're here.
And then I can pick the cuisine I want. So let's just say that, and let's pick out something that I know absolutely nothing about. So we're going to go with the M's. It's going to validate. So I want to start her with, for 6 people, mixing influences from Mauritius and Mozambique. And so again, it's a lot of fun to play with these different things. You're looking for a recipe. So now we've got prawn and mango espetada with Mauritian chili sauce.
Wow.
So
Wow, 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 wow,
you can
wow.
find that in at artsandculture.google, and they give you some pretty nice pictures. It gives you the recipe, it tells you what to do and all the steps. So anyway, that was one of my fun finds.
I like it.
I
What about
like
if
it.
you wanted something traditional, Mary? If you wanted a traditional, like, could you pick Northwest U.S. cooking with Southern cooking? Could you
Yeah.
combine
So I
two?
haven't seen like regions of the country.
Yeah.
I've just seen just broad spread countries at this point, but I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
you could fine tune it a little bit.
Very interesting. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I thought that was cool. And then the other thing, because again, not everybody likes to watch football on the holidays.
Woo-hoo.
Although especially the way the Bears are doing this season, I'll be watching football. But anyway, this is kind of my love of gaming and love of art, and I'm horrible at this, but it is a gravity-defying challenge, and the goal is to get this little character to not touch any of the art pieces. And so again, sitting around the table, people can pull out their phones, you can kind of compete against each other. So we also get to see some of the iconic works from the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C. Then here it says use the joystick. I originally did this on my phone, so I was using my finger. But here's my little character,
Uh-oh.
and here's my little joystick
Okay.
here.
Yep.
So, here, and then,
He's just coming apart.
uh-oh, I
Fascinating.
touched it. Oh, no.
Oh
So it's a lot of fun. It's also great for fine motor skills,
Yeah,
to see, and to see different pieces of art. So we
right.
discovered Breezing Up a Fair Wind by Winslow Homer. And we touched Wivenhoe Park, Essex by John Constable. So,
This is incredibly creative, isn't it? Anybody want to comment on this? Because you could do this with people around the table right or afterwards. You're right, not watching
Well,
football. Go ahead,
uh-huh.
Sherry.
yeah, I love it because it can expose younger children, which, I have a lot of running around my house, to art that they,
Hmm.
really, they don't get to see or touch during school anymore. And nor do they go on field trips to museums like this. So I love
Yeah,
the idea of, exposing more people to the arts.
Yeah,
that's
and
great.
I just thought it was really cool because there is this whole movement of, kids are spending too much time on their screens, which to an extent I agree with
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
But if you're exposing kids to screen time that's also positive and educational, it's not scrolling Facebook or TikTok or social media, especially if you're under 13. This is a great way to
Mm.
incorporate their love of video game and playing with education. And so,
Right.
Mary, you might want the grown-ups might want to sit at the children's table if you've got different generational tables at a big Christmas or Hanukkah or Thanksgiving
mhm.
or anything, Kwanzaa, whatever you're celebrating. But can you imagine somebody saying, "What are you all doing over there?" "Oh, we've got this really cool app. We're now in the National Museum, and we've got this funny little character, and we're well, I don't want to talk with these grown-ups anymore. I'm coming over there. Can you see the crowd at the kids' table?"
Oh
Interesting.
yeah.
I hadn't thought about pastimes for the holidays. We're thinking mostly in
Yeah.
terms of, but Sherry, what do you think for some of your kids?
I love the idea because they all want to be on their phones.
Mhm.
And this would be a way to, okay, everybody, you can be on your phones. We're going to do this for 15 minutes or whatever. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think both
Oh,
generations might enjoy it.
So
absolutely.
Mhm.
to that point, if you go to the Google Arts and Culture app or site, they have several more games of this style. So that's where I got the food pairings one. That's where I got the Don't Touch the
Thank
Art.
you.
But they have all kinds of neat kind of phone games that I think will bridge that gap. So it's not just endless scrolling.
Nice.
And for
Thank
me, I find
you.
it really helpful too, because, it's really helping with those fine motor skills and the coordination. And I mean, I play phone games like solitaire and spades and things like that. I don't play video games like Amadeus and his friends do. So, trying to use a joystick is a whole different set of parts of my brain that I have to get working.
It
There
is.
you
It
go.
definitely is.
Nothing wrong with getting the brain going at the holidays, right? While we're stuffing or not, or trying not to. Thank you very much, Mary. Always
You're
so
welcome.
interesting. Sherry, you're up next. You want to do a screen share or just talk?
Just talk. I'm not
Okay.
that prepared as Mary is.
Okay.
So I focus mostly on Christmas. My Christmas is my favorite holiday, and for Thanksgiving, we're very traditional. I don't need recipes or anything like that. We, just do the same things every year because that's what people expect. But I found this one app. It's called Advent of AI.art. And the traditional Advent calendar where you would open something up, there'd be a surprise in each day in December leading up to Christmas. This is art. So the way it works is it's an advent calendar with AI art challenges. So for example, day one might be mix three or more species to create a new animal. For example, kitten, flamingo, and zebra. And then it comes back with that art object. And so every day you get challenged with a new, leading up to Christmas, a new art thing. Again, a neat thing for kids to do and to see the power of AI, not just gaming and Facebook and TikTok and all that, and it can be interactive with the family. So I
Very
liked
cool.
that one. The other one I tried, now this was tough. We typically go to Disney at least once every other year, and I take 14 people. It's insane. So I gave Layla.ai the challenge of coordinating that trip for next year, for 2026. And, 14 people, we all want to stay in the same place. I want to use my timeshare for part of the trip. I want to go to Universal for 2 days, 5 days in Disney. What are the meals? Give me, a quick service. Fly me from Allentown directly to Orlando if you can, and give me all the costs. Well, she came back with a cost of $16,685 for the 14 of us, which isn't
What?
bad
Okay.
for that many people.
Yeah.
But I did not, it's a subscription deal. So I only used the trial. I didn't subscribe because she wasn't completely thorough. For example, she didn't know about Allegiant Airlines flying out of Allentown, and that's my cheapest deal. She didn't give all the details back to me, but still, I only spent 20 minutes with her. And if I was less knowledgeable, it was at least a place for me to start, a starting point, right? Um, so if you want to try it, you get a free trial for one trip. And
Thank
then there's a lot of others. There's TripIt and others that you can do this on now. But Layla interested me, and that's why I tried it. The other one that I did was Gift List. Sometimes it's hard to find gifts for certain people. And the other thing is, in my family, we keep like a note in our Apple iPhone where, Kayla, for example, she'll say, I want this, 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 and for Christmas.
you.
And she'll share it with us. And then we'll tell each other, oh, I got that, I got that. Well, Gift List is supposed to allow you to do that. So it's kind of like, think of like a wedding registry or a new home registry on one site, like on Amazon.
Mhm.
That's what it's set up to do, but you're not limited to one site. So you can put URLs in there to where to find the
Ah,
content, and you can invite people to it, which I did, and none of my family accepted. We need to talk about that. But then the whole family would see each other's wish lists,
yeah.
and you could confidentially mark off what you got. So they wouldn't really know, the person asking for it doesn't know that they got that, but you're updating the database behind the scenes. And the other
Interesting.
thing it does is, and this one's free, and I think it's because it works with other sites to offer up suggestions. So it's kind of performs an advertising function. You could put in requests, like I have this person that's this old and wants this much, kind of do a Secret Santa thing. Tell me what, give me some gift suggestions, and it would do that. And then in the true Secret Santa fashion, it would help you choose names for Secret Santa and keep that secret. So it really would be helpful. Just getting people engaged to sign up and use it is the trick. Y'all have to agree to it. But I thought it was
Interesting.
interesting.
Very interesting. And the idea of the family knowing about it and talking about it and agreeing or not agreeing is also part of getting ready for the holiday, right, Sherry?
Right.
That's saying, let's do something a little bit different. I have an idea. Do you want it? That's part of something new. Right? Okay, everybody show up and loosen your belts. We're going to have a lot of food and that's it. Yeah, or you're going to get crappy presents. Bob, did you want to say something about this? I thought I saw your hand up.
I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do an advent calendar that has 25 different wines in it.
That's a good one. That's a good one, Bob.
There you go. There you go. And I could do 8 nights of Hanukkah with a different wine or a different
Yeah.
champagne in each one.
Yes.
Yeah, that would
I'm
be
all
interesting.
in.
Yep. Okay, you're invited. No problem. You get that flight from Allentown down to Knoxville, Tennessee, and we'll see you there. Okay, that'll be fine. Thank you, Sherry, very, very much. And Sherry, I'm noticing a new background behind you. Is there something new you want to tell us about what you're doing? Recharge HR? What is that?
Oh, well, Recharge HR is something I set up many years ago, and I'm just kind of trying to revive it. I wasn't sure which direction I wanted to go after I left Wipro. And I'm still very passionate about the HR space and technology in the HR space, but humanizing it and not just applying tech for tech's sake. So I'm going back to doing that again, and putting more of a thought leadership spin on it. But of course,
Mm-hmm.
we all know I'm very committed to SAP also. So it will include some tips and tricks about what's coming out for
Very
HR
nice.
in that space.
Very nice. So you heard it first here, everybody. I think. I'm not sure. Thank you, Sherry. Okay, Amadeus, you're up next. You can unmute and let's
Oh,
go. What have you got? You want to do a screen share? It's
yes,
great.
that'd be great.
Please go ahead. There we go.
Okay, can you see that all right?
We can. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so this first one is called Sparky, and most of
Wait a minute.
mine.
Let us react to the name first. What? Okay, now you go ahead.
I like
So,
it.
so mine are bordering more on the fun learning side of things that I
Sure.
have found. But so Sparky is something where you combine, you get to choose what category you want to go into, but you find what your inventor alter ego is by kind of playing categories with combining things. So in this case, we'll come up with a new vehicle for travel. And so what you do is then you select what your theme is for the traveling. So let's say a rubber chicken with wheels that floats on rainy days.
I like it.
And
I
so
like it.
now it's going to come up and put together what exactly our prototype is for that. And you could use it a little bit more seriously, just get some ideas down. But really, this is for a fun little way to spark your creativity. So
I
with this,
love it. I
the
love
chicken
it.
sky soaker is our flying chicken vehicle.
A delightful contraption. By the way, categories was a word on the New York Times connections puzzle a couple of days ago. Sherry Ann knows. Sherry
Yes.
knows that we exchanged scores. It was, I don't remember what category it was in, but I am familiar with that word. Seems to me, everybody, that it's interesting that sometimes words that are coming up on my shows or in media I read happen to be the next day on Connections or Wordle or something. It's getting
It's the universe.
It's getting interesting. Okay, pick another one. We have plenty of time, Amadeus.
Sure.
We have plenty of time. Pick another one.
So let's go with food this time.
Mm-hmm.
So let's have a cotton candy machine
Ooh,
combined with
Tea kettle.
yeah, with a tea kettle. So a candy
Mary,
machine.
stop influencing it.
I'd say it spins
Yeah.
messy foods. I think that's accurate.
Now you're talking holidays with the family.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. It didn't like that.
It did. That was too crazy. Okay, so now we'll build our other and the fun thing is, as you do this 3 times, it will kind of build what your alter identity is to tell you what type of crazy inventor you are.
This is fascinating. So
Like
this
it.
would be something you would share with the family, and you would have. Could you do this on a laptop somewhere and have everybody
yeah, easily.
everybody playing it? Well, my goodness, who would even want to eat the dinner? I mean, we'd be sitting around creating all these funny things. Fascinating. And Bob, we'd probably need wine for the grown-ups for this one.
Yeah,
Let's see the last one. I want to see what Om's inventor personality is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. One last dimension. Now we'll do some music.
Yeah.
So let's.
I think we should everybody pick 2 objects and see what we come up with.
Let's go with the disco ball
Oh,
I
good one.
own one, Amadeus. I own one. It's
And
in
a
my
drum
garage.
kit.
Of course
and
you
some
do.
headphones
Of course I do. Of course I
that
do.
glows with mute music.
Okay.
Because nothing says setting the mood like a giant disco ball, right?
Oh, well, mine is 36 inches and it comes with a motor and I've got the lights to go on it and the whole thing
Wow, Bonnie.
hanging in. I bought it out of a hotel where they were going belly up and they were selling everything and it was in the ballroom. And I actually bought it. I still have the price tag and I gave it to myself as a birthday gift about 30 years ago. I paid $275 for it.
I need to know where it is.
It's in the garage, and I have a huge garage, and I've got a fancy French rug out there and a table. We could party there anytime. You're all invited. Okay, go ahead, Em. This is wonderful.
So my alter ego is George Washington Carver.
Okay.
Of my chicken sky soaker, my swirl of treat tornado, and the Sonic Sparkle Dome.
Sonic Sparkle Dome. Give me a break. I could put that sign on my garage. Welcome to the Sonic Sparkle Dome.
There you go.
That's really cool. We
There you
need a sub.
go.
Bob's going to help me design it in Canva. I know he is. Interesting. So this is fascinating. How did you find this, Amadeus?
Mary likes to send me really cool apps and says, "Hey, you should check these out." And so I do, and then I go, "Hey, this was really cool. You should play with this too."
Wonderful. Great. What's your next one? I don't even want to leave this one.
So the next one is called the Forever Labyrinth, and it is a bit more focused on kind of like art history and almost playing an escape room type game of going through here.
Yeah.
So we find this note in our first room that gives us
Stone and
clue.
brick, an inland isle secured by arms or coin or guile. Ha! Too easy. Castles. Interesting.
reading a note aloud is like a spell. And then this does now, we'll go over here to the painting.
Windsor Castle.
And it's actual art that we get to then look at.
Really?
So it's
Very cool.
and this saves your progress. This is fully kind of like a game that they've made with AI, which is really cool. But I think it's really cool. Reminds me of the old adventure games that I used to play. So this is just a nice way to get caught up if you like art and you like art history. This is just a fun thing to play around with.
Another thing for amusement.
Another thing for amusement, and this one's probably a little bit more towards actually learning of the art and the backgrounds behind it, letting you actually study the paintings. And
well, if you had family visiting you for an extended period at the holidays, this might be something to set up an evening or a morning to do this with your family and say, let's all gather around and let's play with this. And similar, Mary, to the National Museum of Art, learning at the same time. This is it. Did it know that I read that out loud, Amadeus? There was
I don't think so. It moved at its own pace.
That was scary. It said reading aloud is so, and I just finished reading it. No, please, no. Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, so this one is really cool, but that's the Forever Labyrinth.
Ooh.
And then this last one, this is more for if you're, I would say you're more into photography or videos or lighting, but this is called frame learning light. And what it does is it lets you control how you light up a room and from the angles, so then you can see based on placement how shadows would actually look on a model. So if you're creating a video or you're painting and you say, okay, I want them to be lit up from the side and I want it to reflect a warm light, then you can use the AI. So here, I'll tell the AI here, can you make this scene more dramatic?
Mm.
And then it's going to go, okay, cool. I'm going to add some saturation and palette hues and change
Red.
this to make a dynamic light.
Beautiful. Now, could you use this to design gifts? Could you use it to design artwork that you were going to, I don't know, project somewhere on a screen as a background? What if you were doing a virtual holiday gathering with your family and you wanted something cool for the background? Could you use this to
Yeah,
design?
you could use this to kind of set up, as long as you don't mind it being more stick figures, but you could set up any type of scene because there are these props that you could add in. You can change the location.
That's cool.
We're just
Um,
all assuming that everybody's going to be visiting in person, IRL, in real life for the holidays. And I want you to do one more, Amadeus, in a second. I'll talk about that. But for families that cannot get together, Sherry, that can't get those reasonably priced flights, there is a possibility that they would be doing the holidays remotely. And why not make something that's virtually very attractive or holiday-ish or just fun and exciting that's a conversation piece rather than just sitting in your kitchen or your living room? What do you, anybody want to vote on that one with me? What do you think? Idea? No
I like
takers?
it.
Oh, you do? Okay. I thought there were no takers on that one. Yeah. What do you think, Amadeus? Would that be something interesting if you shared an app like this with your family in advance, or you met with them privately, each one, and you said, let's create a virtual, really cool, using the stick figure theme. What about that, Mary? The stick figure theme. And everybody would have a different something you did during the year that you want. Bob is shaking his head. Bonnie's going off the deep end here.
I'm just going, you definitely don't know our family, so this would probably not work.
Okay, well, my family is probably all going to be remote at the holidays, so that would be, and I don't think they go for, but it would be interesting to say, hey, everybody, take a look at this and
Hmm.
design something about what you did this year using the stick figures to represent what
Yeah.
you did, and then we
No,
would
it,
each
it
have
could
the
be a lot of
background.
fun.
Yeah.
yeah. So, and if you're the creative type and you're actually the type that makes photos, then this is also a great way that you could go, okay, I want to make you a present that has you look in a certain way
Yeah.
like you were at a location. But I didn't have that picture, but now I can make that for you. So yeah, this is just a
I
fun
like
little
that.
tool, and
Very
also just
cool.
from an artist side of things, it can be really handy to actually get to test out shading and how things look.
Right.
So that one was very neat.
Thank you. Very, very neat. Appreciate that. And I have one more we're going to come back to after. Bob, go ahead. What do you want to say?
Does anyone in the Nunley family actually get gifts?
We do give gifts, but we have a very strict rule. You have to tell us exactly what you want, and then we just give it to you.
Interesting.
We don't do surprises or anything like that because we'll
And
end up getting the gifts
oftentimes,
for ourselves if you don't tell us. So you have to
that's
go
right.
like, hey, what do you want? I want this cookbook. Okay, cool. I won't buy that cookbook. I'll wait for you to get it to me.
Okay.
And oftentimes we give gifts that we get from Kickstarter. And so it may be like, hey, Amadeus, your Christmas gift from 2 years ago just arrived last week.
That's cool. That's cool. I've decided for one of my children, they're grown. One of my children, if she buys herself something that's reasonably priced, but not inexpensive, and it's something she really really loves, I will Zell her the money and say it's on me. And that way, I've given her something that she's already put all the effort into buying, into researching, into wanting, into
Yeah.
it's about to be delivered. And I'll surprise her. I'll say, check your inbox. And there's the money to pay for, even though she can't afford it. To me, it's if something she's already picked and she
Mhm.
really, really wants, it means something to her. I would like to give her that gift as the banker to afford that gift. So I don't know if that how that sounds, but with my grown-up kids, that seems to me to be something that makes it easier rather than spinning wheels and trying to find cute stuff. So there you go. Thank you, Em. And I have another app we're going to talk about that I'll surprise you with, Amadeus, when we have time. I think we have a lot of time left. Bob, you're up next. What you got?
Oh, sure. Make me go after Amadeus.
I know it's a choice, honey. It's a choice. Okay. Do you have anything you want to share visually, or do you just want to talk?
I will share,
Ooh,
if I can figure this out here.
just hit the share button and pick a screen.
Yeah. Trying.
Well, we got a nice Zoom screen here.
Well, Zoom uses AI.
You want to change your mind, Bob?
Yeah, I'll just talk about it.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
First thing I want to share is a bit of good news for the holidays.
Yes.
As some of you know, I've been pretty passionate about trying to bring AI into the classroom for about 5 years now, and mostly been hitting roadblocks and, leadership that wants to protect their jobs and not do what's right for the university and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But the good news is that as of about a week ago, many of the tech companies in the United States got together, collaborated, and they're now putting 4 million teachers in the United States through training on how to bring AI into the classroom.
I think that's worthy of applause. If I can get my applause track here, you keep talking and I will set this up. So go ahead. Let me see if I can get
Okay.
it. Go ahead.
So I found one app called Gift Ideas IA or AI, giftideasia.com or whatever. And what it can do is you can plug in the gender, the age, type of gift, the occasion, all those kinds of things, and it will populate a list of ideas for you, anywhere from 10 to 1,000.
There we are. A little bit delayed, but certainly enthusiastic. Hold on, Bob. You got to wait for the applause. You never want to step on the applause. Okay, continue talking. Go ahead. I'm sorry. So what have you got?
I don't know. What are my other apps? Let me figure it out here.
You had a gift app you wanted to tell us about. You sent me, and let me go to my notes
I
here.
just did the gift app.
Just
Did
did
the
that one.
gift app. Okay, I was so busy getting the applause track up here. What about you? Let's talk about audio gifts. And you have Murph.ai voiceover support for podcasts and more. What about voiceovers if you wanted to do a funny holiday card for a family member?
Or you can type out your holiday message, Hanukkah message, whatever it might be, and then you can go through. They have a list of like about 100 different voices, everything from high pitch like a kid all the way to like Morgan Freeman. So you can
I
play
like
with
that.
it and try all these different voices and all that, and then save it and send it to whoever you like, or use a different voice for each one.
Hmm.
Very, very cool. That would be very, very cool. I think if we think of the AI opportunities for doing things differently this season, because the apps are everywhere, and we're creative about the apps with what you're all sharing today or with what we all learn about on our own, it could change the tone and the fun of the holiday by being the one to bring in AI to do whatever you want to do or to do new things. Bob, anything else you want to share?
I think I had another app, but I can't remember the name. You got my list there, Bonnie?
I do. You had Canva, you had Murphy, and you had Booply. Convert voice to text to voice with many selections of voice. Is that the same one as Murph AI, or is that a different one?
It's similar enough. Just skip it.
Okay, all right. Well, we got a lot of voices here. Eric, I'm going to you, and the share is open. Would you like to share on the screen?
I think I will stick to just talking right here, Bonnie, if that works.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. I'll put you on speaker view. Regale us. Go ahead.
Regale us. All right. Well, thank you as always for having me back to your show. Thank you to our amazing panelists for some amazing apps, and I'm continue to be fascinated and just in awe of all that's out there, and really seeing a different side of artificial intelligence and seeing all the many things that we'll potentially be using throughout the holiday season. Now, app number one for me is keeping with the food theme. So I'm sure many of us will be well fed, over the Thanksgiving holiday season, maybe have seconds, third, or perhaps fourths when it comes to helpings. So the first app that I was curious to learn a little bit more about, that I had heard through a few friends of mine who have special dietary needs, such as myself, with having to stick to a strict gluten-free diet. The first app is Sans Glue. So what this app does, or what this app is supposed to assist with, is really preparing, individuals with, finding restaurants, other dining options that specifically cater towards gluten-free dining. So it's, even though it can be used throughout, any part of the year, a lot of people will be eating out, throughout the holiday season. And certain people have to stick to, a strict gluten-free diet, not as a preference, but as a medical, I guess, necessity, so to speak. So what this app really does is it assesses, which restaurants are entirely gluten-free, which restaurants have gluten-free options, but still have the risk of cross-contamination or having, gluten items potentially exposed or, contaminated in, a regular dish. And the other thing that's really, beneficial about this app, or very advantageous, is it allows you to look at different restaurants in local destinations or local locations when one is traveling. So if one's traveling to see their friends, family members, or anyone else throughout the holiday season, and you're uncertain, where can I go to eat? Do I have to pick something up to the grocery store? That's exactly it. Well done, Bonnie. So it really almost pins different locations, pins different areas where one is, located at, or one will be staying throughout, the holiday season or traveling. So this is something I'm going to hope to continue to explore, continue to look a little bit more into, when I'm traveling next, or Mary, if I'm coming to see you in Chicago to, watch a Bears game, or Bob, if I want to come down to sunny California, perhaps maybe, some gluten-free diets and, dining will be in store for us as well. So I think this is so neat. I think this is so cool, and really gives me even more, optimism, and excitement.
Very, and the testimonials are very interesting. They're saying family dinners don't feel like a research project anymore. Our daughter is a celiac, has celiac, on and on and on and on and on. Yep. So very interesting. And this is for travel all over the world, but very good for maybe ideas for meals for gluten-free guests at your dinner.
Yeah.
If you look at the menus of these restaurants, it might help you figure out what to do in your own. Eric, very interesting. Go ahead. That's very, very handy. What's your next one?
So next one, I guess almost completely other side of the scale. There's not really much of a transition, from Amadeus to Bob. I don't know how I transitioned from talking about gluten-free diets to talking about clothes and fashion once again. But the next app that, I've been working with a little bit, or continue to learn more and more about, it's called Vinci AI, which is an outfit generator that specializes in men's fashion, that specializes in, different wardrobe options. So what the gist of this app does is it's supposed to act as kind of like a fashion magazine or shopping tool that helps generate fashion ideas, fashion wardrobes. Bonnie's doing an excellent job of illustrating what it looks like and some of the different,
You keep talking, kid.
I see it's not doing me any justice. Let's look at all the, different wardrobes that are out there. So Sherry Ann, next time you want to, add to the beautiful wardrobe collection that you have there, or wanting to combine more HR and tech, still keeping with that human component.
Eric, I already made a note of the app, okay?
There we go.
I think we should all buy that shirt. I think we all need, next time we get together, we need to be on that shirt. It went away too soon. Just a click. What do you think? Everybody like that? Bob, that's for you. See that shirt? Yeah, that's for Bob. Okay.
And Bonnie, this one's for you especially. The next time you and I go for our respective grocery store trips, we're going to be the best dressed people there.
I hate to tell you, but I already always am. So
there we go.
I'm the only
we'll continue to be.
I'm the only one who wears jewelry and a black dress and tights and red boots and a lot and makeup to the grocery store. So I'm already, yes, I have quite the reputation. Okay, very, very interesting. Go ahead, Eric. You got another one?
And the last one is, I guess, keeping with the fashion theme ever so slightly, is let's just say we want to be dressed well for our next vacation. That used to be very popular, especially in my grandparents' days. People would think of flying as a regal, royal experience, would, treat it with elegance and class. And let's just say you want to dress well for the next, vacation destination, whether it's for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, or just a weekend away from the cold that is Calgary, Alberta. Well, the next app that I've been working with a little bit is called Mind Trip. So we've talked about other, different travel options earlier today, and I think we'll continue to. And what this app does a tremendous job of doing is really outlining, different travel options. It allows you to customize, different trip plans. It can entirely eliminate some of the risks, as we know, that are out there with traveling when it comes to airfare, some of the logistics, but it has a high level of flexibility. It allows you to really, again, customize, travel destinations and provide, tremendous suggestions as far as travel options, locations, different itinerary plans, so to speak. So this is something as we enter, 2026, and I'm sure we all want to, perhaps put our passports to use, start packing the suitcases, so to speak. This can be something that I think is worth looking into and perhaps using to assist with some of the stresses that can come with travel and make it a more leisurely experience as it should be.
Very, very fun. And hell, you can collaborate with friends and family. Sherry, that would be for you after you get off your
Exactly. I'm going to try
Allentown
that.
flight. There you go. Mind trip. I like the way that they talk about. Here's another interesting part of it, Eric. Upload and organize your travel receipts.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
So if
we
we're
all,
looking at
I don't
business
like to do that after a Disney vacation.
I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure. Very,
I don't
very
blame you.
interesting. Everything you need for your next. This is okay, Eric. You and I are a teamer on this one. Very, very
Absolutely.
interesting. Thank you very, very much. Anything else you want to share, Eric?
Those were really the main three ones today. So now we all hopefully have some options for future
Oh,
dining.
we've got more.
dressing.
Amadeus, I'm going to ask you to show us around the AI Dungeon app, which you showed us last time you were on. And if you don't mind, otherwise I'm going to impose on Mary to share a couple more holiday apps. But Amadeus, if you don't mind, because I put in a theme and a couple of names of characters, and within minutes it wrote a phenomenal story for me that was just so cool. It was almost like it was looking over my shoulder. It had some references, Bob, to places near where I grew up that I didn't mention in my. Yeah, it was a wow. Emma, you wanna put go up on the screen again? I'll let you share.
Sure.
Go ahead. I think everybody will enjoy it. But I'm thinking, Amadeus, that if we did an AI dungeon for a family story, it could be interesting as an exercise for getting people together. What do you think?
Sure.
Okay, you want
Let's
to
see if
do an
we can,
example?
let's
Yeah.
see if we can find.
Does anybody have a vote for what? I saw a cartoon one there. Oh, go ahead. You're going to pick a theme, right? Tell us how it works.
So AI Dungeon is essentially a lot of. It's kind of making your own choose your own adventure story, working with AI instead of just writing it yourself. So these are all different user created stories, essentially, or dungeons, or whatever you want to call
I
it.
think Bob is sharing. Is this Bob sharing or is this Amadeus sharing? Okay, this is your
That's
screen.
Amadeus.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Bob. Go ahead, Amadeus.
So here, what I've searched for just family to see if we can have anything. So this first one that pops up is a family dinner holiday edition.
Okay.
So with this, it seems to be basically you're taking part of a large family and going to go through that night. So we'll play. And it covers everything that people have done. I think the one that I showed last time was a space adventure of the family was a bunch of starship captains and they were off doing something. So we'll say
Festivus.
okay, what holiday we're
Play!
celebrating Festivus.
Play.
Where do we want this to happen today?
Allentown,
York.
Pennsylvania.
Did you say Allentown, Pennsylvania?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's where Sherry's
Okay.
flight is. Allen. Allen. Got almost close. Allen town, PA. Yep. Okay. Somebody name a character. Betty Boop. Somebody.
27.
Okay. Yeah, this is verbal Mad Libs here. Go ahead.
The rest of you have to play too.
Yeah.
I guess Betty Boop's a female.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
we'll go with female for Betty Boop.
Let's be traditional here. Personality traits.
All right, everybody list one.
Perky.
Smart.
Smart. Bob.
Dyslexic.
What?
Did you say
Did you say
dyslexic?
dyslexic?
Sherry, you got one?
Athletic.
Oh, good. I'm going to say humorous, curious. Yes,
Mhm. Curious is good. Yeah.
curious,
All
humorous.
right, I think that's probably enough.
Okay.
I wish I could
Mary
spell this
stops
early
us.
in the
I
morning.
We could go
know.
on.
OUS. You're close. You're close. Humor's good.
Humorous.
Humor.
Just
OUS,
humor.
OUS.
Your humor's good. Just click
Okay,
continue.
there we go. You are humor. I am humor.
Describe yourself. You are fun.
You are
Just-
upset because your boyfriend dumped you.
Ooh.
okay. We got 6 minutes left. We got to come to father's name, Bob.
Okay.
Bob Boop.
Bob Boop and
Barbie.
Barbie
Barbie
Boop.
Boop.
Oh.
Alan.
Okay. Is this his town?
Uh-huh.
ALLEN, yes.
Yes.
Oh, this is too much. When I did it, it was just two
Wow.
characters. Mary.
Andrea.
All right.
Okay. Whoa. So this is too much.
Whoa.
Just
my
to
brother-
continue.
Zach.
Just to continue.
Oh,
This is
oh my
too much of a
goodness.
family.
My last sister, NA.
Okay.
Okay.
Loading. We're going to get a story eventually. We got 5 minutes left.
That was a lot. So
Okay. You want to read it?
okay, so you clamber out of the car, your family spilling out along with you. Before you stands your grandmother's house, an imposing, if a little rundown, old house in Allentown, PA. Your siblings bump and jostle you playfully, and your parents sigh and wrangle you all into behaving. Together you gather your things and head up the path to the door, your nephews running ahead. As you all push through the door, you're greeted by the sight of the entire family milling about. Every last aunt, uncle, cousin, grandma, and grandpa. Every last one of them came to celebrate the holiday together. Things are going to get at least a little crazy, you just know it. The house is packed full of noise and movement as your extended family settles in for the big Festivus celebration. Your cousins call out greetings, aunts scold each other over burnt food, and the twins, Johnny and Jacob, immediately begin zooming around the living room. You take a deep breath, trying to brace yourself for the chance ahead. Betty, you look terrible, honey, Barbie announced without preamble, pulling you into a hug that reeks of cinnamon air freshener. She moves back just enough to appraise you with a critical eye. Did you get any sleep this week? I know you're always running yourself ragged with all those sports. So with there, then your options are you can get, for some pictures, you can actually ask them to make an AI image so you can see what's happening. Or in this, we take a turn and you can do, say, see, or see something about the story. So then you get to write what your next interactions are and how you want to continue on with the story.
Thank you very much. That was delightful. And you're a wonderful reader,
Fun.
by the way. We're
Thank you.
just about out of time. Thank you very much. If you want to stop sharing, I want to put the audio share back on. Mary, thank you. We'll do the more foodie prep next time. Let me go get my audio share
Sure.
back up. I want to go around the table and find out. It doesn't have to be a drink with alcohol in it, but what is your favorite drink coming up for the Thanksgiving holiday? Because we'll probably be meeting again in January and we'll talk about for the year-end holidays. But what do you like to drink at this time of the year? Is there something very special that you have? Let's start with Bob. Bob has got his nice finger up. What do you want? A finger deep of whiskey neat, or what do you got, Bob?
It's called a hot apple pie.
What's in it?
Ooh.
2 ounces of Tawaka liqueur,
Ooh,
4 ounces of warmed up apple cider,
ooh.
little whipped cream, and a cinnamon stick to stir.
Wow. Is that warm or
Tastes like an apple pie and it's warm. Great
Warm.
winter.
lovely? Mary, you got a drink for us?
I'm boring. Tazo Joy hot tea with one sweet and low.
Oh, that's what flavor is the tea? What?
It's called Joy. It's a holiday blend of flavors. It's got, let's see if I can pull up the exact flavors for you.
Joy tea.
Yeah, it's a black tea. It's caffeinated, and it just tastes like the holidays.
Okay, well, that's good enough. Sherry, what's your drink of choice?
Oh, I have a lot of them, but I do like hot chocolate with a shot of peanut butter whiskey in it.
Whoa! Where do you get peanut butter whiskey? What's it called? Peanut butter
Oh,
whiskey?
I'll look it up and tell you. And then some whipped cream on top.
Okay, we'll look it up and tell me. That would be great. Okay, and let's go to Amadeus. What do you drink for the holidays? Or what do you like?
My girlfriend and I are going to make for Thanksgiving some mulled over whiskey apple cider over in a crock pot for the night, and then we're gonna have that. It's gonna be it's gonna be really nice.
Eric, what's in your glass or your stein or your mug or your cup or your
I'm
thermos?
so boring. I guess I'm boring like Mary. I love just a regular coffee with a little bit of milk and then perhaps just a tiny bit of regular water.
Very interesting. And two of you mentioned apple cider. I had my HB2U Happy Birthday show yesterday with a guest co-host, and it was National Apple Cider Day. And we did the history of the Magners and the Bulmers and who bought what apple when apple processing happened, when it came to Europe and when it went through the all over the world, and when it became popular and all of the funky flavors they offer now in terms of hard apple cider, which I don't drink. But anyway, my drink, I've reinvented my drink. I do it at night, and it doesn't keep me awake. A couple of spoonfuls of dark chocolate cocoa, Nestle's Hershey's cocoa unsweetened, in a cup, and then a little bit of sugar. Yes, I still do sugar, and then mix it up with a little bit of hot water, make a paste out of it, and then a little bit of 1% milk to about 3/4 of the way up. Then microwave that so it doesn't boil over, and then take a cold little metal cup, like a creamer cup, with a handle on it. Put 2 ice cubes in it. Chill it so that the metal is very, very cold. Pour out the ice cubes. Put them into a plant that needs watering because some plants like ice cubes. I know. And then rinse out the cup, and then put in about an inch of heavy whipping cream. And then I have one of those spinner things that's it's an aerator, but you push the button.
Frother.
A frother, but it's not the big one. It's just, it comes with a little spinner on the bottom. And I put that in, put it over the kitchen sink so it doesn't splatter, put a little couple grains of sugar and cinnamon on top, and make that till it's stiff, till the peaks of the whipped cream. And then I take the hot chocolate out and I put a spoonful of the whipped cream into the hot chocolate. And then I watch a French detective show, and then I keep pouring the whipped cream.
Now you have to add the Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
There you go. I certainly will. And somebody will have to be here to pick me up off the floor. It has been absolutely lovely having all of you. Let's play the outro music and don't go away. We will take some more pictures. And thank you to Jordan Henson, our engineer, getting us on the Voice America Media Business Channel. And happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Don't eat too much. Here we go. The close.
Are you tired of hearing the future is already here?
Yep.
We are too. That may have been yesterday's future, but today's future hasn't happened yet. Take a deep breath. Tune out the hype, the noise, and turn up the volume. Savvy, art of the possible technology visionaries talking about how today's innovations right now are shaping every aspect of our real future.
Here we go.
We'll laser focus our spotlight on buzzworthy tech like artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, augmented reality, and lots more.
So much more.
Clear your calendar and open your mind for Technology Revolution, the future of now. With the most upbeat host on global radio, Bonnie D. Graham. Listen anywhere, anytime, on any device.
Thank you very much to the voice of Ryan Treasure. We recorded that about 8 years ago, and I still love it. So there you go. Everybody wave goodbye. And
Bye, everybody.
social